Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as you know, I have already done the top 10 baby boy names that we love but aren't using a video. That went out a few weeks ago, and if you would like to check that out, it's in the iCards right now waiting for you. But this video is going to be slightly different. This is the top 10 baby girl names that we love but probably won't be using. As most of you already know, I am 25 weeks pregnant with our baby girl. We have a 17-month-old son named Cooper, and this baby girl will not be named any of the names on this list. However, all of these names were serious top contenders. Let's jump right in with the first name. This first name is very special to us because if Cooper was a girl, this is the name that we would have used. The name is Everly, and the origin of the name is English. It means like wild boar in woodland clearing. So the first reason why we're no longer going to be naming our baby that name is because I don't like how close it sounds to Beverly, and I would hate for her to spend her life constantly correcting people and saying, no, my name's not actually Beverly, it's Everly. And another reason is this name became so popular in the past few years. When I had first heard it, I think it was like right in the beginning of 2016, and it really wasn't that popular of a name, but since then it has exploded. So while I really still like the name, it's just not the name for us. The next name that I love for a baby girl is Hadley. Hadley is also an English origin, and it means Heatherfield. It's a name that just allows the baby to kind of be who she wants to be. She can be girly and be called Hadley. She can be kind of tomboyish and be called Hadley. It's just a name that's unique and different and kind of fits with any type of person. It's just not something that I would ever, it's love, but it's not like love. So while I'm sure we'll probably have a dog down the road named Hadley, I don't think that it's really the name for us. So the next name is kind of funny because this actually was our baby girl's name for a little while, and only a few short weeks, but we had gone into this pregnancy thinking that this was our top baby girl name. And then one day, weirdly, in the car, we were talking about it, and we both kind of realized that we enjoyed the other name far more than we actually enjoyed this name. So we quickly switched, and it just like felt right. But the name that we did call this baby for a while was Elowin, and it's actually a Cornish origin, and it means elm, which was a great name to fit in with like our rustic boyish names that we really love. Cooper's name has a lot of like woodland references to it. But we really love this name. We love the nickname Elle. And I just thought Elowin was so different and so elegant and beautiful, but we ended up not liking it as much as the name that we have chosen, only because the name that we have chosen just is a little bit more edgy, and I feel like Elowin's a little bit more classic, I guess. Not even classic, I would just say more like normal and old. I feel like it's like Elowin would fit with like the name Mabel and like, you know, Marigold and like those names. I think the name is absolutely beautiful, but I just don't think we're ever going to use it. The next name that we love is a very, very popular name, and that is Elizabeth. I've always loved Elizabeth. It has a Hebrew origin, and it means pledge to God. I love Elizabeth. I think it's such a beautiful name. It's so classic. It's just such a sweet name that grows with the girl, you know, when she's a baby and when she's a little girl and an adolescent and adult. I think it's so beautiful. But Dan does not like the name and does not want to name his child that. So that is off the list. The next name that we love is Charlotte. I think this name is so cute. It is so cute. Especially with the nickname Charlie. I think that's really just, you know, different, and she once again can kind of have the choice of, you know, does she want to be Charlie, does she want to be Charlotte? You know, it kind of is a name that can grow and change and evolve with the baby. It has a French origin, and it means free man. A little bit of a weird like meaning, but I don't know. The reason why we didn't choose this name is it's just a little too common for us. Like, it's just a name that's chosen a little too much, and while we don't really like choosing crazy different names, we do like something that's, you know, sort of unique. It's honestly such a beautiful name, but I don't know, it's just not right. The next name that we love is Elle, and Elle is a French origin and it means she. Dan loves this name. This is Dan's #1 name. If I would have let him, I'm sure we would be naming our baby girl Elle. I don't like any version of Elle, Ella. Elwyn was different enough, I think, but Elle is just way too close to Ella.Fitzgerald. Our last name is Fitzgerald, and I just don't want people to just constantly be making the comment, you know, oh, Elle.Fitzgerald, like Ella.Fitzgerald, you know. So it's just not a name that I want to name our child. The next name that we love has an English origin, and it means King's Meadow. The name is Kinsley. I think this name is so cute. It was a top contender along with Elowyn and Everly. It's always been a top contender. Kinsley is just so, it's different, but it's also common in a way, and we just thought overall it would be a really nice name for a baby girl, but I think it just wasn't love. You know, there's names you just can't pinpoint why. You love the name, but it's just not perfect. So that is one of the names that we really love but just aren't going to use. The next name that we love but aren't going to use, I actually really love this name and I would name our baby it in a heartbeat, but Dan just does not like it, and that name is Harlow. I have always loved the name Harlow. I've thought it is just the sweetest, just most beautiful name. It's actually an English surname and it means army. I'm sure, as you guys know, the reason we aren't choosing this name is because Dan doesn't like it that much, and that is perfectly fine. We have to come up with a name together, but I might also have an animal named Harlow. I'm just basically gonna take all the names that I really love and just name all of our animals that. I'm gonna have chickens one day. We're seriously gonna be those people who like retire to a farm and I'm just gonna name all of my animals. I'm gonna have like chickens and goats and hens. Harlow. The next name that we love but won't be using is the name Emerson. This name has always been in the back of my mind. I have loved this name always, but there's a very specific reason why we are not going to use it, and I will explain. So first, the origin of Emerson is German and it means son of Emery. The reason why we won't be using this name, even though I really love it, back in the day when I used to ride horses, there was a horse named Emerson and I loved this horse. There was 120 horses in the stable and we would bring carrots just for this one horse. I know, it's terrible, but we loved Emerson. He was such a sweet-souled horse. He was so kind and gentle and he always seemed happy, and his name was Emerson, and I have always loved that name. I've always thought it was so different and unique, but I've always loved it more as a girl's name rather than a boy's name. So in the back of my mind, I had always so badly wanted to name my baby this name, but while I don't care at all about telling people that I've named my baby after my favorite childhood horse, I feel like one day down the road she might be sad telling people that, like, you know, you got named after like a horse I liked. So the last baby girl name that we love but won't be using is Lila, and I actually like this name spelled with a Y instead of an I. So instead of L-I-L-A, I prefer it to be spelled L-Y-L-A. I think Lila is so beautiful and just whimsical, very pretty name. It has an Arabic origin and it means night. It's so beautiful. I love how it flows. It's just not unique enough for us, again. I wouldn't mind using it as like a middle name, but I just don't think that Lila is perfect enough for us. Well, that is officially the end of our list of our top 10 baby girl names we love but won't be using. So do not be afraid to comment below any names that you disagree with, any names that you would have put on this list instead. I loved how many people commented on the last video. It was just so interesting and fun to read how many of the names were similar to your lists and stuff like that. So please do not hesitate to comment away. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, we love you. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. I am 25 weeks pregnant. We will be having a baby soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we will see you again. Bye!